Diana.
Beyond us!
Yeah. Done.
سهل الأمر. أمرك جيد.
بما تأمر.
Yeah.
أمرك.
مستعدة.
Yeah. Here worked.
Yeah.
ماذا؟
Ridende.
أمرك.
Paradom.
What's the face?
شو مشكلة هنا؟
Yes, sir.
جيدة.
Där! Sweden med oss ska hända!
القوس جاهز.
لدي مهمة.
أعطني أمرا.
جاهزة للعمل.
قاتلوا بقوة. أتقدم بحذر.
Soldiers!
Barend.
إطلاق. كلا. سأفعل. أنا ذاهب. القوس جاهز.
Very Huerta.
What's that facing?
Hartes your hand!
العدو.
أعطني أمرا. السهم في وضع الاستعداد.
Niemand too much onward!
الرامي راكب الجمل جاهز. أسمع.
Hartes your hand!
كما تشاء.
There you were.
حالا.
نحن في خطر.
What's that facing?
لأجل الشرف.
There you were. Beornschleudert!
Ikael.
أنصتوا يا رجال.
Yaru to work. Yasa, Westumala.
نحن تحت هجوم.
الأعداء قريبون.
Beornschleudert! Andente to service.
أجل. مرحبا.
There you were.
Strail Boren Yaru.
On your work, sir. Veradom.
There, Sweden, may I to your tender!
الأعداء قريبون.
Asterende!
إطلاق. كلا.
Bullion! Ekeon Gangende!
Veradom.
إذا أيها الجنود انتبهوا الآن.
حان وقت الأوامر.
القذائف أطلقت.
Testing. Oh, great. My microphone was down the entire time. Oh boy.
أنا أرى العدو.
White Tower.
Unseen builded thing.
My microphone was not on the entire time. Oh, and nobody was in chat to notice it. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on top side as the orange IBID player, we have Kiljardy. Spawn on south side as the blue English, we have Freddy Smurfy. On a side note as well, this is actually my second Tempestcasters replay because I realized at first my microphone was unbound in OBS. Gotta love it when I get in about halfway through the replay and microphone's not working.
فارس أنا أتحرك.
It's a little bit disheartening, but either way, when it comes to map generation, the English player does have both deer deposits and the boar here, so quite a bit from this region. The English player may be eyeing to collect it up. And up here, we do have both deer deposit up here for orange. However, Orc is way over here, but he's Islamic. He does not eat Pumbaa.
كشاف كما تشاء.
House of Wisdom is up, and do remember as well, currently the IABID does not show the age up progression up here like the Abbasid. It's something that you should really fix. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of replay bug issues they never bothered fixing because, let's be frank, most people don't really cast Age of Empires 4.
أمرك.
One of their lower priorities, to say the least.
بما تأمر.
Lumber camp being built. Heavy Kings going on up. We do have the military wing reinforcements, so we are going to see some Desert Raiders in the field. Desert Raiders do beat the King in 1v1 combat. They have about half the health, while in a 1v1 comparison, half the health, but more than twice the DPS. In fact, it's like almost 3 or 4 times the DPS. So the King only has to try to keep the villagers crowd on and harass them around, and the Desert Raiders could do whatever he so choose if they only go for these extra units. Each player is eyeing for a large amount of stone, so that each player is eyeing for a secondary town center. Does take some arrows there. 2 of the sheeple do go down, warding a scout away. King pushes his way forward. We've got an outpost being built. Desert Raider is here to intercept. Does get a charge attack there. The King's attack speed is a bit slower. Yep, attack speed is even slower than a crossbow cannoneer. And the charge attack is only 19, so it does take quite a bit of slight, or that's probably after the camel unease debuff. So it does take quite a bit of hits there just to kill off one villager. So it's not as quick as most other things. Even Keshiks can kill, and Sofas can kill faster than that. Does use a scout there to sort of body block the Desert Raider. Good micro there on the Desert Raider. Initiate the firing the arrow and then keep on moving.
أسرعوا.
Desert Raider does receive some arrows there from the secondary town center, which is built next to the gold deposit, and the English player is eyeing for a round of farms in between the 2 town centers. Scout is here, being pursued by a scout, and blue is eyeing for a handful of walls here. The Desert Raider does, the bow is stronger than archer and does attack faster. Same base damage as a long bowman, but of course a lot less range and attack faster.
تحت الهجوم.
القوس جاهز. اثبتوا الآن. تقدموا معا. السهم في وضع الاستعداد.
Does get some arrow hits there.
على ظهر الجمل.
Good damage there onto that camel.
انتبهوا.
And the Ivy player, it seems like he's already aged up. Let's keep this selected. It's pretty common for the Ivy player to fast castle against the English player. Generally, they go for economic growth in order to help even out the villager count, because that will actually put his villager number ahead and even out the secondary town center effect. But in this case, he is going for the cultural wing logistics, which will give him 3 dervishes. The 3 dervishes allow him to quickly claim relics on the map, so he's going to try to offset his opponents, eventually going for enclosures research with his own gold generation from the relics, I'm guessing. 3 dervishes could net him to capture up every single relic on the map, which could be very, very nice to have. But he will get at least 3, most likely 4. The 5th relic, the safe one that's for blue, is actually grabbable. The king's now taking a bit of damage here, nothing too significant. He will keep his distance. He does move slightly faster than these desert raiders.
أوامرك يا سيدي. أسرعوا. سأركب.
King does charge into that scout. Longbowman firing away, because the raiders have no inherent range armor, so Longbowmen are a decent counter to the Desert Raider. This one is a little bit wounded now. He can fall back to the Abbey to get some good health regen. The Abbey does provide 6 health regen per second to out of combat units. King's taking a bit more fire there, and now the Desert Raiders are really numbering up. His logistics should be reached relatively soon. Longbowman may go down there. Does go down there. It was pulled in a formation with the king, so it really interrupted his positioning. Other longbowmen taking some fire as well, and does go down. He loses both his longbowmen. That was his entire army. He's also lost his scout already as well. Now got a line of wooden walls here. Camel Lancers not being deployed on the field. It may be worth it to still get the Desert Raider research. It is relatively cheap and does offer a little bit more bulk to the free Desert Raiders. I don't know exactly when you should go for that, and some of these areas are quite wounded. Luckily, his dervishes can now heal faster, which is really a worthless effect in most situations. And now we do have the White Tower not being built. And to also side note as well, this is roughly where I realized my microphone was not working, or was not recording in my previous attempt. So now, I don't know what is in the future. The White Tower is being constructed. We do have a number of cannon launchers pushed forward, 3. Local doggo receiving some bites, or sending some bites. Some villagers there collecting up the berries as well. One villager does get impaled. The king does get a little bit more damage thanks to the age up. Now it's at 26 damage for the lance attack. Villagers do not have textiles, so in theory, if he somehow gets 2 lance attacks in a row, he can 1-shot or 2-shot a villager. 6 sites being captured on up. We do have 3 claimed and 2 picked up by Orange, so he may get every single relic. Not to mention, Blue has his walls being under siege now by the Desert Raiders and Camel Lancers, and by the Scout. Wolo there. Going for Knights is not going to be a super great. He's going for some crossbones, which would be a counter to the Camel Lancers. They do have less health than the regular Lancer or Knight. Got some idle villagers here. No longer collect deep. But right now, Desert Raiders also are not classified as heavy, so they will not take bonus damage to crossbows, but they have no range armor, so they will still be hurt quite good. Quite badly? They can be shot. Either way, we do now the knight there. Another knight here trying to get this dervish. He has claimed 4 relics. That's the last one on the map. More farms going on up. Oops. Villagers backing on off. Bit of damage there on these camel lancers. Desert Raider almost goes down as well. And this knight does go down to the camel lancers. This Desert Raiders engaged in the knight in 1v1 combat. Crossbows taking some hits. One does go down. Camel lancers taking some hits, but only one goes down. This one almost goes down as well. Desert Raiders are almost down as well. Crossbows taking some fire. Good micro there. King is providing some health regen. Some of these crossbows are quite wounded. Oh, no charge actually there. Does pull back to 2 wounded crossbow. Crossbow does go down there. Bone Age tier 2. Now the crossbows do go down, but so do all these camel lancers and desert raiders. Up here, camel lancer charged by 4 will find the White Tower. A subsidiary to the White Castle fast food brand. 3 barracks now going up, probably eyeing for some spearmen. So English players are known for good man-at-arms with having pretty good armor. At this point in time, he's fighting against a bunch of mounted units. Spearmen are the way to go, in my opinion. Right now, the English player does have a nice number of villagers. His opponent lands 49, so that's a 20 villager advantage. He can go for economic wing growth, which the extra berry capacity is not going to be useful. It will be 10. Oh, instead it gives all villagers work 10% faster, so it doesn't give extra capacity, but which makes sense because at this point in time you're going to consume all the berries. It gives plus 10% villagers work faster, which is quite significant also to get for free. I have no Trader Wing of Fire is not half bad to get some extra beefy units. Though camels are not beef, it still will apply to them nonetheless. Trader Wing Bazaar, I have no idea at this point in time for that to be useful. 3 trade caravans, that's gotta be, has to be free at this point in time to be worth anything. Crossbows get some good hits there. We do actually have some English man-at-arms. We got some early man-at-arms, regular man-at-arms upgrades on the way. And I still think spearmen are the way to go. His opponent is going for archers, so man-at-arms will be generally a bit better. Man-at-arms crossbows will help him gauge quite well. The extra healing rate is coming handy for the Ibid player right now. He has all sacred sites captured and all relics captured as well, so he's swimming gold income. He's 1 villager in gold and he has 700 gold per minute, so minus 40, let's assume 700 free gold per minute. That is quite significant to say the least. Sultan's Mamelukes now being researched. He does now have his own tertiary town center. The English player still has just 2, so the village counter will eventually start evening out. It will still take a significant amount of time. The Lancers are going to go down. Got a decent number of crossbows. He even has a decent number of longbows in the field. Longbows are not going to be super useful, but they're still generally good purpose. Horsemen also mix on in for the Ayuvid player. In order to even out the villager count, he is down by 10 at the moment. And villager take what, 20 seconds to build each, though he does have golden age tier 3, which means faster production.
وقت العمل.
So it'll probably take about 2 minutes and he'll be equal in villagers, so it's not too long. Man arms production still going. He is going for a good number of longbowmen as well. King does get killed. King is dead. No king's being replaced, so the king wouldn't be no longer with the king. Mangonel is getting some great damage there, starting to fall back. Horsemen and Camel Lancers are engaging. No individual counter for them in the form of Spearman, but we've got a good number of archers in the back line, so Spearman will have a bit of trouble there. Mangonel is still getting some hits there on the longbowmen and crossbows. The horsemen are slowly going on down. Blue's backing on off, so is orange. Right now, blue does have quite a bit of the kill value advantage over orange. Army values are roughly similar. All the camel lancers are now down. I wonder. Appears. Did that go up, or is that actually didn't go up? And maybe the stored value may not be 100% accurate. I don't know if it properly calculates those free desert raiders. I know the free king that the English gets is actually counted as free, and so even the Joan of Arc doesn't get any experience for killing it or being near it when he dies. The English players about ready to age up. We've got the Berkshire Castle being put on the field in a very strong defensive position, has quite a bit of natural foliage in the region, and plus the White Tower in reserve as well helps to provide any backline protection as well for its trebuchets. But if he's using trebuchets to defend, then something went very wrong or very right, and it's probably not the latter.
حان وقت العمل. حسنا، حان وقت التحرك.
Villager getting hit by that man at arms. I wonder, did we see the age up? Nope, not just yet. He has consumed all of his resources. No age up. You do not have the veteran horseman research on the way. Now Berkshire's cast is complete. Orange going for a decent number of palisade walls, trying to enclose the English player in, but luckily the English player doesn't need to venture on the map for too much other than just for gold. And maybe a bit of stone. There is a bit of wood still remaining back here, as well as small deposit. This large one's largely untouched. Enclosures, get some blacksmith melee research, has +2 damage. The amount of archers in the field, it may be a good idea to go for the incendiary arrows. He needs a bit more gold in order to get these guys up to elite, as well as in the university technologies. More horsemen now being employed in the field. Orange could try for a bit of trade as well. His traders are discounted. And right now Orange does have more villagers than the opponent. He's almost at pop cap, means another 20 population. English players eyeing for more and more horsemen. The elite horsemen are recently the way, so his first elite upgrade is going to be the horsemen. I was going to sworn it's going to be the man at arms. That will be eventually on the way. We may see biology now, since it's going for elite horsemen. Villager goes down, finds the Berkshire Castle. Spring Guard replacement does fire away. Does take out that one horseman there. Horseman Dancing up way up here. That Desert Raider could go down quite quickly. Try and peel them off. We got a number of villagers here that could go down. It'll also slow down his horsemen from advancing forward. Horseman annihilates all those villagers, barring that one around the walls. The rest of his force is still trying to engage. We got some of his own horsemen here, and Desert Raiders and Camel Lancers. So we'll find a good number of forces there. Villager guy for a arrow or two. Got a keep going up here, trying to help secure the gold. Orange trying to beat green, steal this gold here. Up here, horsemen up here, getting some kills on those dervishes, taking out some of the villagers as well, taking out some of the farms. Gold's only slightly touched. And the villagers are going down in pretty good numbers here. Not enough room for all these villagers. That is a secondary town center, as well as right here. Primary town center is way over here. There's also a backline keeping all these good garrison spots for all the villagers. Of course, they can't fit everybody. We killed off nearly 20 villagers with these horsemen. Or well over 20 villagers, I should say. Another round of horsemen here, which will find a good number of ranged forces. Maybe engaging them could be quite useful. They're outnumbered quite significantly. Trying to take out more of these villagers now. Nope, runs by those ranged forces, go straight for the villagers. We do have the biology research right now. He has to regroup his horsemen, and they're going to perhaps stand and fight. Nope, they're just trying to run away. Range forces does get a volley there on these horsemen. And, oh, what change up did he go for? He went for the... Oh, Adabegs. So now he can make up to 7 structures provide extra healthy units. It says military structures, so it may apply to siege workshops as well, so it could go for extra healthy battering rams. More horsemen charging way forward. He needs to get out some spearmen. He does have some hardened spearmen on the build queue. Not a whole lot of them at the moment. Just go and try to hit more of these villagers. Horsemen still trying to hit those villagers now. More of these villagers going down, breaking through some of these walls. Mangonel does go down there. Villagers gonna go down as well. And the horsemen do go down. These horsemen trying to hit these forces over here. Trying to torch down some of these walls. Now got more of these horsemen charging the way forward. These players just going straight all mass horsemen just to engage everything. One time, the Ivy player just needs to perhaps get out some more Desert Raiders and Spearmen. Eloms will be very effective versus horsemen as well. They generally win 1v1 combat, like any man-at-arms unit. Horsemen engaging these forces over here. You'll be able to take out all those ranged units. Archers and crossbows don't provide a whole lot of extra damage against horsemen, or any bonus damage. Desert Raider there. More of these horsemen over here starting to go on down. Some of those villagers do go down there. Orange is getting overran by horsemen. The horsemen are not expensive, but not cheap either. Costing 120. But honestly, him going for horseman composition is probably throwing the Ivan player for a real big loop, because English players go for man-arms. Right now, he does have enclosure research, so he's stockpiling a decent amount of gold, and he does have, and English do have great food economy to support horseman production, and their wood investment is very cheap. So this is a very sustainable build for English, like man-at-arms, which is also not reliant on gold, and so this Causey rating like this is doing quite well. And as mentioned beforehand, his opponent was anticipating a man-at-arms production, not a horseman production. We do got a cannon placement here that will put some holes in these horsemen. More horsemen up here trying to hit some more of these villagers. Now we've got a handful of longbowmen engaging these villagers there. It obviously going to be trying to camp the gold deposits. Does have a keep here. We've got a bombard trying to push his way forward, but horsemen are pretty good versus bombards. He also has a handful of defensive springolds. More horsemen moving around. Outpost is starting to go on down as well. Horsemen up here, trying to find another opportunity to engage on in. In fact, this is actually a reasonable engagement spot for them. They should be able to take out all those units, but there's more spearmen and Gilons being pulled out. And now they are elite Gilons and elite spearmen. You have elite archers, which should be very effective versus the spearmen, to say the least. Be a designated counter for them. And they do offer, and of course, longbows do punch a little bit hard, so they do offer a bit more damage against those Gilons and other archers. The king has been reborn. Long live the king, but he's already go down. Now the English man-at-arms are still here, or actually now being put in mass. He does have them fully upgraded, looks like. Elite armor tactics, 10-10 armor. So the heavy English man-at-arms are now deployed and out. The English player does lose a keep here, has a handful of mangonels here, has good support of longbowmen and crossbows. Crossbows are just left over from the previous deployment. But he does have elite longbowmen. I don't know if he does not appear to have incendiary arrows just yet, which is being researched now. Man-at-arms charging way forward, trying to engage these various melee forces. We got some hand cannoneers being pulled up by the Ivan player. Those not getting hit by these horsemen. And I can see he also put some Idabegs inside these archer ranges. It's actually for extra healthy hand cannoneers. Longbowmen, more horsemen still charging way forward. More horsemen over here. King does go down. Horsemen moving around. Perhaps engaged over here. Culverin firing away. Mangonel does get a decent hit there. Bombard firing. Push this way forward. Maybe a little bit too far forward. That's at 40 range armor, so can withstand quite a bit of abuse. But hand cannoneers do have more than that damage. 44 damage. And with Sultan's Mamluk, they get a little extra benefit as well. Actually, that was with Sultan's Mamluk. He does not have chemistry. Longbowmen's here in good numbers. They should be reasonably effective versus those hand cannoneers. They may have less DPS than them, but they will have a lot more range. So we get some good shots onto those hand cannoneers. Gilons straightforward, but in small numbers, they will get ripped apart. Right now, the longbowmen's damage is 14, which will punch through the Gilon's armor a little bit better. It's not gone for the air, and Orange is back to the game. That's Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. Not that one, it was this one here. So let's make our way a little bit more downwards. A little bit too short. Quite a bit. And this is getting back too far. Oh, on to the next player. He probably does not have his replays open. Probably this one. Hidden. Hidden. That's online 33 minutes ago. And hidden. It's online 2 hours ago. Here we go. Got some apps or games. Migration, not remove that map. Water Drake? Okay, those must be some custom maps. 57 seconds. Yeah, probably maps. And my game does not want to download the maps through the replay viewer, so probably best we avoid those, honestly. Here we go, got a decent link to replay here. But before we get started, I do need the restroom. Please give me one moment. Sorry about that. I'm back. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another HPars 4 replay. Spawn on the south side as Red Japanese with L, Louis, MT. Spawn on the north side as the Cyan English player. We have I, think. Here, let me try that again now. No. When it comes to map generation, do notice that the Japanese player has both deer deposits pretty close by each other with some berries nearby, so this area is very dense for food with the Japanese player, which may want him to go for shinobis if he scouts us out, because with this high of food density, you may not need to go for the free farms. And as for the English player's map generation, we of course got deer here. Of course, it is the English player, which means he's probably not going to touch the berries. Good chance he's not going to touch the deers. There's also some deers up here, and if you look closely, this area should be traversable, where you can't traverse here, and looks like you can't traverse here. You should be able to traverse here. Now look at the mini-map, there may be some traversable land there. In other words, a perfect spot for an outpost, or a keep. Very cinematic, indeed. You have the initial wheelbarrow berry collection hybrid research with the Japanese player. I don't know how to pronounce any sort of name. Now the Abbey King's now going on up. The Japanese player is about ready to age up as well. He is going for the Kira storehouses, which will give him some free farm generation.
Hatena. Yes, sir.
Scout up here, and the English player is going for a handful of villagers on stone, which means he's maybe eyeing for a secondary town center relatively soon. It's not coming from Japan to go for a fast castle and eye for Yoshiros into Mountain Samurai. I have a feeling that's going to be the case. The English player going for secondary town center makes it a bit more easier for a fast castle against it. Now I got the free king, more village on stone. The king's now being put on the field with the wheelbarrow being researched as well. Outposts being built. Do now the king moving around. Does get some hits around these villagers. Of course, you'll need to fall him back. Do have the arrow slipping research, gain some free stone from the gold mine itself. Scout in the region as well. King starting to heal himself up. The king does have one less range armor, which could be improved even and the damage could be improved even further with the +1 damage from the forge. Something just got deleted. Not sure what it was though. Scout does take a hit there, doing a bit of body blocking. The king's damage output's not super high. Does kill off a villager there. The king does 16 damage per strike and does attack even slower than a crossbowman. So it takes 4 slices to kill off a villager. You can probably withstand a couple more hits if they had textiles. King taking some damage there. Pretty close to actually dying there. One more volley would have took him out. Now the king may need to be very careful. He has his own health regen, so may want to utilize it. The Hero Storehouse does give out some free farms, makes it so he doesn't have to venture out the map all too much. You can always grab that deer a little bit later. That will be a dead king. The king is dead. Long live the king. Nope, no king being on the build queue. English secondary town center deploys out next to the gold deposit. Golden Gate now being researched.
What's her face, eh?
The English player is actually collecting up deer and using 15 villagers. That's quite a bit of food collection. Red Scout does spot all this. It's also a bit more traversable terrain right there. Red Scout received a couple more arrow hits there. Loading Gate will get 1 Yashiro. Do we have a stable? Yep, so your stable's now built out. And now here comes the fast production of some Mountain Samurai. We do have some walls going on up. Let's at least keep that gold mine nice and protected among the flanks. These villagers may want to start abandoning the food, because a good chance he's going to be raided, but the Science Scout will draw the Mounted Samurai away from those villagers, or somewhat closer to it. This map is a little bit congested in the middle. If you look at this tree deposit, it does connect to this cliff face there with more trees here. The right side of the map has a lot of natural boundaries. And the left side actually has some natural boundaries here in these two large wood deposits as well. The map is not very traversable. Do not have two Mounted Samurai here. There's the White Tower. Villager firing off some arrows there. And he does go ahead and ban the deer in order to keep those villagers safe. You can always calculate his berries here. They're not a great source of food, but a source of food until he gets enough wood. He does have a handful of farms on the field. And maintaining minimal food for the village production. So scheming the bottom of the barrel. Trying to break his way through. Scout down, not big surprise. Red has picked up a relic. There's the White Tower. He's just out of range of it. Of course, it does also mean he has enough production queue for crossbow and knights. Right now, the White Tower is his only military production, barring the Abbey of Kings for a king. The English player has no military units in the field and nothing on the build queue. He may be going straight to Imperial Age. He has enough gold to go to Imperial Age. Enough wood for farms to get to the next age as well. Got some idle villagers. Bit of wood for them. There's a boy knight there. Got these Mounted Samurai taking some arrow hits there from the town center. Got some crossbows being pulled on out. Some more on the build queue. More Mounted Samurais here. He's fighting against a good number of Mounted Samurai. Does have a good village advantage as well. Long live the king. More crossbow hits there on these Mounted Samurai. These Mounted Samurai does find the villagers. Not enough garrison room for all of them. The White Tower does offer higher damage as well. Crossbows do find a volley there. Throwing torch down that mill. Wolf getting some bites there. Mounted Samurai do go down there.
Building done, it looketh good. Building done, it looketh good. Building done. Pressure marker.
I don't know why they just keep on saying that same voice line over and over again. More and more farms going up for the English player. He may just try Turtle Inn to get out his Imperial Age. He has enough gold in his borders so I'm going to get his Imperial Age. Going for some more economic tax. He has to be very careful with his gold consumption right now. He always got some spearmen. He does start off hardened spearmen. He may not have a barracks, but the White Tower can pull out hardened spearmen. Plus one melee research. Distracting Wolo. Mounted Samurai now push way forward, trying to engage these crossbows. And good volley onto them. They will go down the current rate. Knight and King tries to way forward. He does lose some of the crossbows. They can fall back to the Abbey to get some really good health regen. 4 relics have been cleaned by Red. The 5th one is picked up by Red as well. There he is. So Red will clean up every single relic. Multiple structures now being built.
Building done. It looking good.
This shooter is duro late.
Spanner on the loading. And a fresher marker.
Get to the ready for Hestes.
More of these forces over here. Does all the wolf. Good number of mounted samurai moving around. Does have a banner man on the field. I do now have the veteran spearmen research. He does need them. We also have now the daimyo manor or daimyo palace being researched.
Spanner on the loading. Building done. It looketh good.
Spearman doesn't get any damage there. One stab, but the Maven deflected. As going for this wood deposit, he is running a little bit low on wood. He does not make an opening there, though it looks like there may be one or two. Bannerman now pushes his way forward. He's got to be very careful. King does quickly go down there. And investing all of his gold, I don't think it's gotten its age up. In fact, all the gold has been consumed, so we will need to eye for this bit of gold here. He's trying to wall off that region. Spearman sort of get overran. He needs more spearmen. Has a decent number of crossbows in the field as well.
Weapons, Yara! Forth! Ich hear that.
Higashima gunsmith now being built, which will give him access to free gunpowder units, including to the unique Otsu, or however you pronounce that. Red's trying to cross the T of the wooden palisade walls. There's only one villager here. He could quickly be picked off. In fact, he doesn't cross the T right there. He was himself crossed. And yeah, just by the villagers building the walls, he would not be able to cross the T. You can throw a torch on one of those, does clear an opening there. He won't be able to build walls on top of it. Does himself killed off there, and he did ghost this wall there, which can be quickly torched out. We do now have these mounted samurai to try and push their way forward. Actually, nope. Looks like the walls were not crossed. Maybe. Either way, mounted samurai pushing way forward, engaging these wall segments now. Outpost built. We do now have the mounted samurai a little bit late to respond. Does have this gold somewhat covered, this gold in good coverage, and it's now going for more barracks. He may be eyeing for some man-at-arms. And we do have some elite mounted samurai here. You know, you don't really see the elite mounted samurai all too often. So much so, I don't remember having them have dragon heads on those horses. Got some early man-at-arms trying to engage, but Feudal Age unit versus Imperial Age unit is not so great. Now these villagers are quickly going down. He does have a villager advantage. More spearmen being brought in, but deflections are providing quite a bit of benefits. And he simply does not have enough spearmen. We got some Japanese hand cannoneers being plotted on the field, as well as our own. Somebody commented of a better way to pronounce the name, or the proper way of pronouncing him. I completely forgot how to do it. It was the Ona Bugisha, I think it was. I'm always horrible at pronouncing the name. Bugisha. Oh, I'm gonna butcher that even more. We got now the Otachi research. He is actually collecting the berries as well. Does get a bit of spear brace. Now his samurai still cause some issues, but now he's next to the White Tower, which does offer higher damage, but it is not garrison whatsoever. One of the six sites have been decaptured, and I have not been paying attention to all Blue's force here. He is trying to overrun the hand cannoneers with the spearmen, the Ashigaru musketeers. Crossbowmen push way forward to get some damage on these forces. He does not have Imperial Age, does have enough food for Imperial Age, the English player, just not enough food. The king is dead. Crossbows engage these villagers. Got some Ona Bushigas and some samurai. Oni Bugisha. Good hits there. So that wall gate has been torched on through. Crossbows gain some damage, receiving some damage. Mangonel rolls a miss there.
See they to worker.
Another town center being built. This time next to stone deposit is going to be eyeing for some additional keeps with that stone. Gold has been collected on up well enough to age on up. That's why he's trying to pick up these berries now. He's trying to get the age up. Got a single mounted samurai here. He does have veteran spearmen. Mounted samurai's not hitting these villagers. They actually may be out of sight range. Mangonel polishing on the fence forward. Does get some good hits on the elite samurai. Takes him out. Each player has a number of Mangonels. Maybe trying to engage the Ona Boogie shots. Longbow may do that job a little bit better. These ladies are a bit too quick, though they are vulnerable to AoE damage. Ashigaru hand cannoneers now pulled in the field. Bannerman here as well. A sneaky outpost inside the shrubbery, not bad. Probably best not to upgrade with any sort of weapon, so it can just provide a good division. Berkshire Castle now being built. Along the flank will help protect his farms. I've got these forces push way forward. Villagers dropping off all the berries and probably evacuating out of the region. He does have 29 villagers there. He does need to evacuate, and there are openings through the trees. Just going to push my way forward, but that's a little bit of palisade walls will allow the white tower to get some extra damage on in. English man arms production is now starting on up. The samurai will beat the English man arms in 1v1 combat with the Otachi upgrade versus the armored clad. Mangonel does get some decent AoE damage there. Since these guys are just veteran, they don't have the extra health or from the elite upgrade, nor the Odo tactics being researched. We now have a bombard firing away as well. More hand cannoneers being pulled in the field. They will get overrun by spearmen. But musketeers do have a little bit higher health than archers and crossbows. Odo tactics now on the build queue. Take some damage there. The Berkshire Castle is able to fight the fire support, but that one Mangonel does go down. The other one does go down as well. The English army is disintegrated. It has 10 military units in the field. It has nothing to build queue. Samurai will be cleaned on up. White Tower is almost destroyed. The bombard has been firing uncontested. The White Tower does go down. Last of these berries being cleaned on up as well. Newstar is just struggling on food. Not to mention, all of his farms are basically not being farmed. He has a handful of farms over here. We now have the Shogunate Castle now being built, which will give him out some more bannermen. It's also eyeing for the siege engineers. Golden Tactics does give this guys extra torch damage. And Cyan does back the game. There's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Or short, I should say. Go too short. Go too short. Even shorter. Got a decent sized replay here. Oh great, it's also a modded map in which I won't be able to cast it. And it will take a moment for this to go away. Come on now. Let me out of this menu. I may need to restart the game. And I just have... What was... Is it just taunting me? I think it's at like a Royal Rumble as well, which that is not the case. The custom maps, avoid the custom maps because for some odd reason my game is stupid. And yep, those are going to be the last replays from him. Oh, on to the next player. Last online 21 hours ago. Hidden. Oops. Somehow I highlighted multiple lines. And hidden. Last online 3 days ago. And hidden. What is this name? Hidden. hidden. Here we go. We got some plays here. Here we go. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the Blue Roost, we have MYI Autoton. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Pink Avacid Dynasty with MCK Reich. And since we do have a Roost play on the field, let's switch over to him and keep an eye on the trade bounties. We do got a decent number of deer here. Pink will find this deer first. Pink does get one kill, Blue gets one kill. Blue gets the kill there. Gets 4 out of 7 deer there, which is not too great. Seeing that's one of his own deer deposits, not great at all. I think he may run these deer, which would be great for Blue. Does find this deer deposit here. Pink's in tow. Blue also does find a good number of sheep. Blue gets a kill there. Pink gets a kill on the last 2. So right now, Blue has 160 trade bounty. Effectively, he kills 16 deer, which is 2 deer deposits plus 2 deer. Does all the wolf as well. Blue Scout cannot win that fight. A little bit too wounded. He has canceled that age up and now actually aging for the Culture Wing. So we got a rare age up. He's probably going for a fast castle. And now the wheelbarrow being researched. And the push forward with the Kremlin. Pretty far forward. Nope. On top of the deer. Finds another wolf there. And now he's at tier 2 trade bounty. Does kill off a wolf there. Kremlin being pulled out right there. Pulling immediately into a hunting cabin back here. Though he does not have enough wood for a hunting cabin. Hunting cabin still costs the larger 100 wood. Scouts trying to torch down the mining camp now. There's a bit of harassment. 3rd scout is deployed on the field. Villagers trying to move around. They are fully filled with food. There we go. Now he's able to get the hunting cabin out. Well, I could have pulled it out a little bit closer to the berries, because it'll also be closer to the deer as well. So I don't really like this hunting cabin placement. Right now, he actually may... Okay, no, he has enough food. Actually, no, he may have been losing out a bit of villager production there. He does set up, soon to be setting blaze to that mining camp. Yes, he does. Villagers also going to shank the scouts. 1 scout will go down. Does lose a scout, but does take out the mining camp entirely. Being very annoying there. Also slows down his town center. He is eyeing for a secondary town center. Does cost the... Or 350 stone. He does not have access to Fertile Crescent. So he will need to get a lot more stone. Right now he's at 252 stone, and these villagers will basically both drop off 2 piles of stone. Do now forward stable here. Mining camp taking some damage. Scout moving around. We do have villagers now clearing a bit of distance for that deer. We do have now a knight being employed on Elk, early night. Harassing some of the mills as well. Spearman pushes way forward, getting some stabs on the scouts. Town center now being built here. He may lose a scout. Just needs one more stab and he's down. Now got a wooden fortress being pulled out. He's going to lock down the gold deposit of a wooden fortress. Don't usually see that every day. He may fall back to some other resource nearby. Now, he may want to upgrade the castle turret here. There's not a lot of nearby resources to make use of castle turret. Our militia now pulled on the field. And going for a little bit of wood. It's not a great spot for wood, though it does have nearby wood drop off thanks to the wooden fortress. The town center being redeployed right there. They want to be next to this gold deposit. Just doing a good job denying that gold. Right now, there's still gold deposit back here and starting to wall off this region. Two Roost Knights pushing way forward. Workers killed. Pink 650. I don't think it's lost. Blue's lost that much. Blue did kill some various structures. I don't know why the Stroig Valley right now seems a little bit bugged out to me. Like 650, I don't think he's killed that much just yet. That's basically 3 Roost Knights. Spearmen keeping these Roost Knights at bay. They are hardened spearmen. And the Roost Knights will find opening to get on by. Blue's scout is in the region, so he is going to get some good spotting. And he knows about those forces as he walled off that region. The Spearman could not engage, but he didn't properly engage those villagers entirely. He should have connected. Would have got a kill there. Scout will go down to the Spearman. A little bit foolish of him. Does get another line of palisade walls and a gate here. Now Spearman trying to pursue these knights. More stabs to connect. Roost Knight moving around and seeing some damage. These Roost Knights backing on off, but now they're trapped. Spearman hits there. We've got some Roost archers there. Oh, we got proxy archer ranges. What the heck is going on? At this point in time, he may want to go for siege engineers in order to get out some battering rams. He has a small reserve of wood and has a decent amount of gold. He's actually almost enough gold to age on up. Going for more Roost Knights may not be great. Going for more Roost Archers against Abbasid player would be just fine though. Spearman trying to pursue these knights some more. Blue's cut off so far 4 villagers, but his opponent has more villagers than the Roost players since thanks to the secondary town center. Roost Knights running around. They're pretty wounded right now. Now we've got a horseman, which will get some more damage. Villagers will shank that knight, though the knight will. Oh, Spearman can't engage. He doesn't have phalanx researched. There we go. He did lose a couple more villagers there. He's nice to open pursuit around. And those knights have gone down. Now we do have siege engineers and some battering rams being pulled on the field. Roost player is going to try and knock out Pink relatively shortly.
Готово.
He does garrison the battering ram, so we've got fully garrisoned battering ram. Doesn't provide any combat effectiveness, but could give him a nice little ambush there. For archers, not really important. He's not fighting against. The archers could just stay back, let the battering ram take some damage, and then pick off units that try to come up and hit him. Unless he wants to ambush villagers that may try to get some torches off, which could be a possibility.
Дело сделано есть.
Does get a volley there on that villager, does not go down. He does not have textiles. Or now being claimed by the Roost player. Roost player does not have textiles either.
Люди здесь суть.
And he may be pretty close to getting tier 3 trade bounties. I am curious about that. Horseman trying to way forward, getting turned to porcupines. Military ring now being researched. We'll get 2 free camel riders, which will be vulnerable to the archers since they have no inherent armor. Knight charges way forward, taking some damage from various sources. Villagers are repairing at the secondary town center now.
Орудие готово.
Готов идти.
Oh, we did try to go for repairs on the battering ram. Out of wood now. Almost out of wood in this region. Wooden Fortress has not been upgraded. Castle Turret could be decent in this situation. Knight falling on back now. We do have a knight here as well. Does take out that villager. Knight trying to charge hit some of these lone villagers. The town center is taking severe damage. About to go down. Villager does go down there. The town center does get destroyed entirely. He does have a small villager lead. Assuming you have a tech lead. Gilons will be perfect right now.
Як угодно есть.
Knight does go down there. Archers making their advance. We do now have this knight charge way forward. Camel riders would report these knights no problem. They right now have pretty good health and bonus damage. Barracks does go down there. Horsemen engaging. High trade house now being built. Knight engaging the horsemen. And Knight is continuously getting some hits there on the horsemen. The high trade house will even out the tech advantage. And the absent player is going for more lancers, which I suppose against the archers and knights right now will be reasonable enough. The Roost player is not going for some spearmen. Villagers eyeing for a secondary town center here, of all places. May want to go for Wooden Fortress region as well to get the improved wood drop off. And as well as more villager storage with the 7 villager storage of the town center, plus the 8 from the Wooden Fortress. That can store up to 15 villagers. More villagers going down. Camel riders and spearmen trying to hit those knights. Archers pushing forward up here. Knights falling back. or a scout trying to shank that villager. Archers moving around. You got battery rams not being put on the field.
Наказ слушайте. Наказом следует. Идите, лучницы, под гору.
Archers gain some volleys there onto the lancers. Spearmen moving forward and engage.
حان وقت العمل.
Then archer research now complete. And down here, just got a couple knights engaged in the stone mine. More villages being built out here. No wooden fortress help out with the wood drop off, nor villager storage, so not all the villagers can escape inside. Lancers engage these villagers, getting some good damage onto them.
Люди, трудитесь и Иди трудиться надо.
And help even out the village advantage that or improve the village advantage that the pink had. More houses being built there. Lights starting to go down. A couple spearmen are here. And the lancers are quickly going down there. You also got another spearman there being shanked by the villagers. Villagers dying for a bit more wood. Another round of archers there. If you take out those spearmen, the lancers can help reign free. And now these villagers are starting to go down as well. Over here, looks like these lancers are starting to go down. Looks like may have went down to some militia. Crossbows to get inside the wooden fortress. May not be a great fighting position for them, but at least they're alive.
على استعداد لبعض العمل.
А в сей час, яко прикажете, наказ исполняю. Ожидать вовлю. Идите, лучницы. На сей час.
حان وقت العمل.
More lancers starting to go on down. Lancers going down, archers firing away. Spearman there will get shanked. Ink's archer still being cleaned on up. The Roost player does have both range armor and damage. The adversary player only has range armor, going for the veteran archer research now.
Наказом следует.
More lancers just popped on out. That should be able to clean up these archers, no problem. They have 6 armor versus these 9 damage here. More farms actually being built there. So that area has been exposed. The Roost player can lose a good number of villagers. And right now the Roost player has secondary town center, which means the villager advantage will be rapidly reversed. And then eventually the Roost player will start pulling ahead. More lancers and archers being pulled on out. Wooden fortress here.
على استعداد لبعض العمل.
Archer does go down.
Долг несть бремя. Готовы будете, воины!
Town center now being built.
Приготовляйтесь, воины! Повинуйся.
Lancers and Camel Rider push his way forward. We got this Camel Lancer moving around as well. These forces maybe engage these villagers. Or, nope, looks like they may find some spearmen. Single knight here, severely wounded. He may want to turn around and shank him. There are a couple more archers there that can actually easily kill off this knight.
Готов, есмь, служите.
Knight backing on off. We do have, looks like some more batteries now being blown up by the Roost player.
Направляемся, куда наказано есть.
That stone deposit does get cleaned on up, and the Knight is taking some more damage there from the archers. The Knight does go down.
Держите копья ровно.
Слушайте все.
Boot camp now being researched, as well as a bit more range damage.
Трудитесь, надобно.
Что накажете?
Sees the Lancer. Lancer not able to see him, looks like. The Lancer is a little bit wounded, so you can always shank him.
Готовы, если потрудитесь.
That'd be. Oh, got a handful of militia now coming to respond to it. Militia do offer a decent amount of bonus damage for cavalry. The attack speed is not the highest, but reasonable. Now I got the battery on straightforward, trying to hit the House of Wisdom. Gonna have to get through 19,000 health in order to win the game. All for Annihilation victory, you only need to destroy these two landmarks. Spearmen and crossbows straightforward. The crossbows will be able to get hits on those units, no problem. But do now not have composite bows just yet. Militia try and torch down those berries. I'm not sure how there's a mill there. Nice stretching way forward, trying to hit some hits on these archers. The Lancers do get killed off by some of the militia. Batterings are connected to the House of Wisdom. Will take quite a bit of abuse. Knight's slowly going down. He's primarily using just the archers. Their defense can be higher with a composite bow. These guys are slowly backing on off.
Латницы, на коней садитесь. Послушание есть добродетель. Повинуйтесь честью.
Knight's slowly going down. Archers charging way forward. This town is not currently garrisoned. It's going to be repaired on up. That may have been misrallied there. Some more of Pink's villagers going down. The Roost player is pulling ahead in villager numbers. Camel riders and lance and regular lancers push down south. House of Wisdom taking severe damage. Another camel rider charges the way forward. Villagers backing off from the Roost Knight. Both sides have 20 military units, but blue has a significantly higher quality. Absent Dynasty just only has archers without composite bowmen. If they had the composite bow upgrade, they would be a lot more effective. House of Wisdom's already get destroyed.
Готов, если служите.
Now he's going for composite bowman, with go down, be researched in 30 seconds. House of Wisdom may get destroyed before that point. We now have a wooden force up there, being upgraded with spring gold. We also got this wooden forces here as well. Trying to repair the House of Wisdom. It honestly prolongs for the composite bows to be in much better shape. We do now have a good number of camel riders. They do receive pretty much good damage from the archers, and they're not as heavy, so they won't receive bonus from the crossbows. And House of Wisdom staying alive for now. Villagers, the composite bowman has been researched, so the House of Wisdom can go down. That was denied the Golden Age as well. Now he's gotten through the heaviness of this structure. Now you can go to the much lighter town center, which is at 7,000 health rather than 12,000. It's not exactly too much more healthy. Maginot now being flown afield. It's going for more and more archers, which is probably good. Does need some more housing though. He's at pop capped. He has plenty of wood for it. They'll just back on off, try to go for the berries. Got another wooden fortress now being built. Villagers going down right there. Bowman's ripping apart the Lancers, or Knights. More of these forces pushed before. Spearmen and Man-at-Arms. They have over on the Abbasid battery rams, no problem. This battery ram still firing away. It's actually getting some decent damage from the town center. If he loses capital, he loses the game. The starting repair of the House of Wisdom would take a large amount of time to get that up and going. Though the cost shouldn't be too great. Magno finds some follies there. Still a good number of crossbows in the field, which is not a good item right now, so he's not really playing on Lancers. Knights pushing the way forward. Man-at-Arms will still be greasable as well. Regular horsemen could be useful. Distractionary. Nope, that's not a distractionary Wolo. That was not the conversion off, was pretty close, and Annihilation is here. It's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. My apologies, I'm back. Let's see now. Why I think those are brand new. Now here's one we could do. English versus Abbasid. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as the red English player with 4B3T8, B834T, and M3B3. Spawn top left side as the blue Abbasid Dynasty, we have NYI Antoton. This is a hybrid map as well, so there are some access to some fish. Both sides have a dock down the field. So we're probably going to see a late feudal age for both players. English player clicking up more trees, of course. House going on up. Alright, does find a good number of sheep. When it comes to map generation, all the blue stone spawned safe or exposed. Depends if you can keep this area controlled. Gold is behind him with a bit of berries as well as some more berries over here. More golden berries up here. Though most players probably going to more rely on the fish for a time frame. Goes for a bit of palisade walls there. Not really worth at this point in time. The English player did spawn on the northern side of these area, so needs to really make sure this area is secure or else he gets locked in his base. But it does also mean he has a nice little back area there eventually for farms. That's going to be pretty safe. Abbasid Dynasty does have pretty good ships, having potentially plus 10% increased health. Very handy indeed. While the English player does have access to increased range by +1 as well, but this is very expensive for. It is available in feudal age, but it is very expensive, costing 500 resources. The plus 10% health is only 200, which is pretty standard for feudal age technologies. Trade wing not being reached as well, so maybe eyeing for a bit of trade to go along with his age. This map is pretty safe for trade. You get a pretty safe trade route there, so you may be eyeing to go for fish trade and some other stuff. We have a dock here. Abbey King's being put on field, which will of course give him a king to provide a bit of pressure as well, which will be very useful against the trade route. You could eye for a bit of stone right now, and probably eye for the naval arrow slit. This player is actually collecting a bit of stone as well. He may be eyeing for his own naval arrow slit here. Does have enough resources. There's the naval arrow slit. We have a arrow ship for the Abbasid player. The naval arrow slit provides quite a bit of presence here. Oh, and we got the 3 traders here. Not sure what the path is. Springald ship deployed on the field. Oh, I didn't see the Springald ship on the queue, I guess. This is an arrow ship. Oh, the arrow ship's being pulled down here. The king is deployed on the field. You have a Springald ship here as well. Arrow ship backing on off. It is repairing this Springald ship up. Trying to deny any fire ships. There's an arrow ship here ready to engage any sort of fire ship. These traders are going long distance. Fire ship does connect, destroys the Springald ship, and now he has his own Springald ship on the build queue. May want to bring a scout over there, start throwing some torches. Do got archer range and stable there. Long distance trading, 61 gold. The king does connect. Does see some arrows as well. The king does have a little bit more health than Heavy Cav in this age, but has less armor and a lot less DPS. In fact, the horseman has roughly similar DPS. Springald or arrow ship taking quite a bit of damage there, being repaired up by all these ships. He should be running out of. See, with 0 wood up there, so it should be insufficient wood, right? Fire ship does connect and gets a good hit there. Horseman takes some severe damage from the king. Good arrow hits there from the town center as well. Raiders here will be spotted by the scout, and now the kings will be engaging them. Does receive a bit of damage. Horsemen trip forward, so engage. And the king does go down. The scout could try to finish off the horseman. They'll take 5 shanks. And the dock is not yet set ablaze just yet. He could try poking some of those sheep, taking them down. Going to be tasked with a safe trade route. Abbasid player has enough gold to age up, just eyeing for a bit more food. Arrow ship there gets some great shore bombardment. And those sheep are going down there. And the thing as well, the dock is a food drop-off location, so you can always send a villager to gather them up. Economic wing on the way. Surprised we don't see a market up here. Dock has been set ablaze, slowly going on down. Explorer going for a big round of docks. He still has a handful of fishing boats there, but not going to be really on the fishing economy all too much.
Yes, sir.
Explorer does have a secondary town center, so the villager count right now is quite even. You probably should eye for the White Tower right here. The White Tower will provide some great protection, not only from ships, but also from land invasion. So I think the White Tower would be quite good. You always can go for the Berkshire Castle to really help out this region as well. But I'm more important of the Wormguard Palace because it is more of a rare of the landmarks. Plus, extra range longbow and can be quite nice against ship. Good damage on the king. The king only has 2 armor, so the AoE, the damage from the burst is quite decent. The Explorer needs a lot more gold to age on up. He's really focusing it with 19 villagers right now. Nakenok Wing is now researched. You can always go for the advanced trade research as well. Absent trainers are cheaper and they're one of the best in the entire game. Absent Dynasty has probably the best economy in the entire game. White Tower being built very defensively, I would say right there would be much better. Also a lot of gold in this map as well. You can see here small, large, small, small, uncontestable, small deposits as well as 2 large, which happen to spawn more blue side of the maps on here as well. The absent player may not go for as much beforehand because of that trade wing. The king does kill for the villager, but the king will be shanked by all these villagers. Got a camel rider and a lancer here. We do have now the arrow ship just here. More lancers being employed on the field. The White Tower force can act as a stable, among other things. Lancer now pushes his way to the center of the map. And the monastery is now being built. Knight does spot that horseman and will spot this or Lancer, and the Lancer does take quite a bit of free hits there. Horseman does go down to the White Tower. Got a line of palisade walls going on up here, just help secure the flanks. No extended fish lines, so going for more fishing boats. King's Players is not eyeing for more fishing boats. So there's probably going to be plenty of food for him for the entirety of the game, at least via fish, as well as farms. Monk or Imam does take some slices there. Spring Gold ship engaged in the arrow ship. Imam will go down there. Sniping Imam first is probably a good idea to help deny the relic. Got another Imam here. He may want to keep his distance. Camel Archer does go down. Imam getting hit there. Going to be focusing him down. More of the Knights are going to go down. The Imam does go down, denying the relic once again. And getting some more damage there onto those Knights. Lancers are wounded. Another reinforcing knight here, but he's still outnumbered. No camel in the region to debuff the knights, however. Taking some more damage over there. Knight back getting hit as well. Outposts going on up. We do now have the mining camp as well. Let's back off from these knights or lancers. More lancers charging way forward. Of course, there's still severely outnumbered. Got some hardened spearmen here, which would be useful, but they're feudal age units versus castle age knights. Scout down. Lancers now backing on off over here. We do have now this lance being picked off. Game 2v1. These two traders still exist. He is going for more traders now. Does get at least the basic economic research. You can always get +5 armor onto them. Against knights, that's not super useful. And we do have naval arrow slits there, just provide a little bit anti-harassment capability.
تم البناء يبدو جيدا.
Knights heading back up north. More knights streaming on in.
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
Knights being pursued a little bit. We've got Nelka Citadels now being researched. Wants to falling back. He does not have the increased health on his ships research. It's a cheap research, which makes his ships just generally superior to the English ships. Just straight up superior in most cases. Spearmen do go down there to the arrow ship. Arrow ship is severely wounded. Barracks doesn't get cancelled. Knights charging way forward, trying or lancers, and the spearmen war kings will get there. Knights are here in good numbers as well, so the lancers just need to fall back. But it looks like they're going to get wiped on out. Another knight there. Got 2 fire ships. Fire ships do nearly 400 damage against structure, so you will need 3 to set it ablaze, 4 to outright kill it off. Though Spring Guard ship will be able to find just enough fire support to deal with the dock itself. More barracks now being pulled in the field. We've got a tertiary town center now pulled up by the Abbasid dynasty. So the civilian and not to mention he is building traders. He should maintain great economic capability. Docks been set ablaze. A couple Spring Gold hits there will finish off. So he may lose the arrow ship. No, he does not. Camel Rider also here. Now going to the Berkshire Castle. That will lock down the channel as well as provide him good defensive position. It will provide also quite a bit of damage to the foe, protect the fjord as well. Not fjord, just ford. Additionally, he will have 2 defensive structures here, provide some protection for his farms. So he does have, like I said, plenty of space here for farms. He could get some of these berries collected up, just get them out of the way, because he is losing his entire ship fishing economy. We do have another dock back here. I've got a line of stone walls there that may not constrict the movement of the ships, and Berkshire Castle does kill off one of them. Got some proxy structures here, military wing on the way. This will, of course, no? I don't think I've ever seen an Age 4 military wing. I had to look it up. It provides 3 hand cannoneers. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an Age 4 military wing. He is also queued up with the agriculture, giving another level to his economic research. Basically, the Golden Age Tier 1, and they'll give him level 4 economics possible. With the agriculture, give him level 5 economics out of 3. 5 out of 3. Now going for more stone walls here. Needs a ghost this little bit. And the knights do slip on through. But the knights are not paying attention. He will start hitting the traders. When he gets to Age 4 as well, he can also make his These traders provide even more gold. Lancers and camel riders trying to deal with the spearmen. It's not going well for them. Stone walls have mostly been built or started being built. Losing quite a bit of economy and units. Needs to get out some Giloms right now, as well as perhaps some spearmen. Those get us 3 free hand cannoneers. No, now think about it, those hand cannoneers are going to be very important in this exact moment because the conflicts are small enough where 3 hand cannoneers will provide quite a bit of value to help stabilize this issues going on. So the peacekeepers are going to make their way forward. They will provide some great work. So they may overkill. Yeah, they're overkilling some of these spearmen. They overkilled that one as well. Spear brace there. The peacekeepers will pick off all those spearmen. Spearmen back on off, maybe trying to torch down some of these walls. Blue is building more and more infrastructure, a good number of archery ranges. The composite bow has not been researched, nor boot camp. And Campbell's Sport can make his Giloms just as armored than the English man-at-arms. They're also going for some stone walls over here just to help protect the flank. Doesn't lose his infrastructure here. He does have some walls here, but he also got a Karak here, the warship. Elite Camel Riders spawn in field. Camel Riders are one of the healthiest cavalry units in the entire game. Will probably really be outdone by certain super heavy units, like the Gilded Knights, and also by the Abbey of Trinity Warrior Monks. I think Cataphracts also do have higher health than them, but it does actually get pretty close. More walls going on up. We do also have the elite longbowman research as well as arrow volley research. Those will get stabbed to death. Gold being collected on up. Traders are not being continuously built. Has a small number of them to help supplement income. I wonder if he has gotten the final economic trade research. Camel Riders push way forward. He does have got the improved camel armor onto them. He only has the basic research for each one and the agricultural research. He doesn't have composite bowmen, nor does he have spiced roads. Plus 30% increased gold income will effectively, this is 25%, so let's just say plus 18, so that will roughly give him 80 gold per trip. We got a secondary line of stone walls being built. Now, nope, these camels cannot engage the battering ram, too many spearmen nearby, though he's going to circle around. Camel riders do have bonus damage versus siege, like horsemen. Though those camels are all pretty wounded. So they're getting ripped apart. And now the man-at-arms, the spearman push way forward. Bombard backing on off. Has 2 bombards in the region. Needs some spring gulls to engage the Karaks. Spring gulls do outrange Karaks, even without the Roland Strutter research. And cannoneers firing away. There's the arrow volley. Man-at-arms charging way forward. These man-at-arms trying to overrun these bombards. He's going to lose all this infrastructure. He has nothing in the area to really keep it secure. Hand Cannoneers here. Battering ram still breaking his way through. Most of the Hand Cannoneers will win out, but they won't do much versus the battering ram. It'll take forever. Fishing boats need another dock over here for a better drop-off location. Oh, why can't I move my camera? Yeah, those forces need something else to kill off that battering ram. Let's throw the Hand Cannoneers on top of the high ground, which will give them some extra range resist. As well as some extra range. On top of the high ground, the Hand Cannoneers, of course, will have 6 tower range, but will still be outranged by longbowmen. Gold deposit being cleaned on up as well. He is probably going for more traders. Not most, does the same 13. Rolling Shutter, elite army tactics being researched by the English player. Archer ship taking some fire, able to be severely outranged by these longbowmen. They have 6.5 range, and these longbowmen have 7, of course. Maybe not severely outranged, but they're really kitted up, and he does not have any of the increased armor. Those lead the fishing boats there, looks like. But at least put them right there to draw some fire. More Ghiloms charging the way forward. Elite armor tax has not been researched. Or some of the other blacksmith research. Military Academy is now on the build queue. Got this gold deposit as well. And Cannoneers engaging the longbowmen. Longbowmen engage in return. But they also can be hit by the Ghilam. More of the increased attack speed longbowmen's right there. He's a great damage on those villagers, so they run on by. They're trying to go for a keep to provide some stability in the region. More Ghilam charging way forward. I hear more and more of the arrow volley. Keeping built, we got an English main arms trying to stop these villagers. Ghilam's here in good numbers for defense, and Ghilam's here to engage these English man-at-arms as well. But right now they are lacking a lot of melee damage, so they're going to have trouble dealing with those man-at-arms. Battering ram here, they might as well be torched down. The keep has been cancelled. 6 sites have been captured up by red. Get a moment of reprieve there from a 6-site victory as well. Battering ram does go down. More villagers come to this gold. Keep here, trying to go for round stone walls as well. Looks like the stone walls will be interrupted. Another arrow volley there. The keep will be paused or interrupted. Man-at-arms do take out some of the farms there. Beaufort Crescent, he does have, there are slightly cheaper, not as cheap as English farms. Chemistry not being reached by the English player, and the absent player does back the game. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I'm going to call it a little bit early for tonight for streaming, so everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.